How fast can you get 1 billion pops in BTD6? There is an achievement called the Bloon Master Populus, which is to reach 1 billion pops on the Bloon Master Alchemist. And we're gonna do that achievement as fast as possible, both in terms of rounds and in terms of time. On top of that, we're also gonna do the exact same thing with the Navarch and the VTSG as well to see which one is the fastest. Let me know in the comments which one you think will win in each of the two different categories. Alright, so I've added a timer to the bottom left corner. Let's start that and let's start the game and get working on our setup. The setup in the beginning won't be too important because the amount of pops that he will be getting in the start of the game is totally insignificant compared to later on, so we don't have to worry about this guy getting a lot of pops in the beginning. Alright, so step one is to start farming. The farming is not going to be super stressful either, although what we need to farm a lot of money for is the eventual setup that we will need to take this guy to a high enough round where he can get those pops very quickly. I'm not entirely sure as to what round we're gonna end up on, but I'm guessing it's gonna be between 200 and 300, and to get that far we're gonna have to set up some strong defense, but of course we don't want that defense to steal a lot of pops from this guy, so we're gonna have to create that setup, towards the right side of the map. And we set this guy to strong already, because eventually when we do get that tier 5 upgrade, we want him to try to target the ZOMGs and whatnot before he targets smaller Moabs. So basically prioritize the ones that gives you the largest amount of pops. At this point there are starting to spawn a decent amount of bloons, so we're gonna go ahead and place the hero, which is going to be Evgeny for this run. And you might wonder, why Evgeny of all heroes? Well, the hero you choose for this challenge won't matter that much, but I'm assuming that the best one should be Evgeny because she will be able to buff this guy with some more attack speed and pierce. I think the next tower I'm gonna get just as a temporary defense is probably gonna be a boat. Oh, right, camo. Probably just get one of those. There we go. And now that we have at least a little bit of a farm going, why don't we go ahead and get a couple of upgrades for this guy now. Not that it will do much, but... Oh, and we also need to remember to upgrade this guy so we can deal with the rounds. And now we're going into free play. So since farming isn't super stressful, let's just get this guy to tier 5 right away so we have that dealt with. And now we can insta-kill Moabs, just like... Did he just miss? There we go, like that. So now he will insta-kill all the Moabs and everything, well, except for bads, that will have to be taken care of by our setup later on. So another thing we want to get, probably, is, let me see here, is a Moab glue right here in the beginning.
In the beginning, yeah.
To slow down all of the mob class bloons so that they don't get stolen by any other tower. We could also get something like this to slow them down even more. Got myself a helicopter now because I'm gonna make some changes. Gonna make some moves over here. And we're gonna get this ultra boost and we're gonna give 10 stacks to this guy to increase his attack speed by a lot and make sure that he won't be missing any Moabs from here on out. And now I think we're just one stack away. Yeah, just one stack away, and now we have max stacks on the Alchemist. So now he's attacking real quick. Uh-oh, it seems like we have a regrow farm here. Let me... Oh, shit. Hello? Oh, wait, I have Evgeny. I forgot about that. Oh, wow, the lag. Oh, my God. Help. Help! Man. I forgot that Evgeny actually has an ability that stops all the regrows. That actually came in handy. Alright, let's get something like... Let's get a perma spike right there. And now let's get rid of this, move the Energizer down there. Alright, so let's see how many pops we're up to right now. Over 500,000, and by round 100, usually I think we're gonna be at almost 2 million. So we're gonna be getting a majority of the pops on this one, so that's good. That's a good start. Okay, I think we have enough money now, so let's start building the setup that I was talking about. But before that, let me put down a tech bot and apply to... Where is he? This guy. So then he will automatically apply the ultra boost to this one all the time. And right here, we're gonna build a VTSG. Oh, right. I forgot about this round. Let me just... Oh, wait, we have the perma spike that's gonna take care of that, right? Or let me just... I'll just place that. And now I don't have to worry about anything. As of now, we can sell that as soon as we build our stuff. Oh, wait, come to think of it, we're not gonna get the VTSG, actually. We're just gonna get a regular True Sun God because we don't want to sacrifice any military. The reason we don't want to sacrifice any military is because I don't want any specters to spawn and have like global range attacking all the way over here. That's not what I want. So no military sacrifice. And there we go, that's the True Sun God. Now let's work on a support temple for that one as well. Alright, and then we upgrade the range of this one, and let's get a perma brew as well. And also a village. Get that to homeland defense, get this one to call to arms, and now let's see the range here. Oh, just barely doesn't cover this guy. We'll have to fix that. Alright, so we're gonna sell this village, get a new one here instead, and then move this one so it's inside the range of the TSG. And we can sell all our farms to clean up the map. Oh right, now these guys need camo as well. I forgot about that. They were, since we moved the village. And we can go ahead and move the perma spike as well and place this one, place it right here instead. That will be better. Now I'm gonna place 2 more tech bots down here to hook up to my homeland defense and call to arms, so I don't have to activate all of that manually all the time. This is going by really quickly now. It's only at 9 million pops because the health of the Moabs will go crazy later on, but at the moment they still don't have that much HP, so us placing him so early only gave us, you know, a few million extra pops, which really ain't that much in the grand scheme of things, but you know, maybe, just maybe, that will lead to us getting up to 1 billion one round earlier. Who knows? But we do have to think about at this point, oh, maybe I should lower my accessibility a bit. Maybe we do need to start thinking about what we want for defense later on, because we still have a long way to go, and eventually rounds are gonna get pretty tough because of the bad balloons. So I'm guessing we would like to get some paragons. We will probably... Let's go ahead and get a little bit of a farm back here, actually. Because we don't really know how many paragons we will need. I think I'm going to start off by getting an NG paragon, because that one doesn't have, like, the ninja, like, you know, any global attacks that could ruin things for us. So I'll start off with that one. Alright, so get the Master Builder, and yeah, just throw in all our money, probably. Degree 41, that's good. Now what we can do to speed things up is this. Every time we see a bad balloon, we can use Isili's Hex. That is gonna speed things up, and you know, sometimes that will lead to a couple of pops getting stolen from this guy. But I do think, you know, in terms of rounds, we are losing, but in terms of time on the timer, we are making time. So it's a bit of a trade-off. Alright, round 163, and we are up to 44 million. Okay. Watch how much faster it's going now compared to before. Now we have, like, you know, a million every few seconds, and now we are 1/10 of the way there. Just 900 million to go. I am actually pretty happy that I chose Isili. I did not think about this fact that we can kill bad balloons faster, because we want to have this setup to the right, but Isili, we can kill the bad balloons over here even though we have our setup to the right. So Isili definitely seems to have been the best choice. I guess the hero choice did matter a bit more than I expected. Here we go. This is round 200, and now we have 164 million. Alright, so maybe like round 230 something, maybe? And oh, that's right, now we have fortified bad balloons spawning every round. That's gonna be tough. Maybe we'll need another paragon sometime soon. How about we get a Glaive Dominus right here? There we go. The Glaive Dominus does have like a Moab Press attack, but that one isn't quite global range. It's like, I think he can attack like, yeah, to this corner right here. That's when he can start attacking, but he can't attack back here. And at this point, now that we are at a higher round and the insides of the bads are worth more and the fortifieds are of course worth even more, I think at this point it might be worth it to stop using the Hex just to get those ZOMGs and fortified ZOMGs. Maybe. How much is that? Let's see how much is the fortified ones here. Like 1 million? It's hard to know. It's a tough trade-off. It depends on what you're going for most, right? Are you going for the timer most or the earliest possible round? And I'm kind of going for both, which makes it kind of a tough trade-off to know exactly when to make the switch. I don't know, I'm gonna be eyeballing it, doing a little bit here and there. Actually, you know what? I think it's still worth using it. It's still worth using the Hex, I think. Alright, we're coming up on round 250 now. It's been almost 1 hour and we are at almost 500 mil, so we are halfway there. At this point, I think I'm gonna turn the accessibility down to nothing, and then we're gonna get some more paragons, because it's getting pretty tough. Yeah, look at that. Without the Hex, they are getting quite far. Man, at this point, it's getting pretty ridiculous. Like, now I kind of need to have so many towers that it's actually causing my game to lag, which is causing me time on the timer. That's not good. Alright, here we are. It might be this round. Let's not use a Hex here. Let's see, we might be able to get it this round. If it's not this round, it's gotta be the next. Look, it's giving so much per Moab right now. Alright, let's see. These fortified ones inside, are they gonna be enough? I don't think so. I think it's gonna be next round, is it not? Oh no, not quite enough. But it should be right now. Here it comes. This is the round. Round 283, 1 hour, 15 minutes. There it is. 1 billion damage. Alright, so we have a final time. I stopped it a few seconds late, but it was like 1 hour, 15 minutes and 10 seconds-ish, I think. So now let's move on. Oh, and by the way, as many of you know, I'm not really an achievement hunter, and apparently I got an achievement during that game. This is one of the hidden achievements that you get for doing 900,000 pops before round 101 on the Bloon Master Alchemist, and then you unlock the small bloons option. That's pretty cool. Thank you very much. Alright, next up is the Navarch, and for this one we're choosing Cubism instead, because here we have some more space to place more boats to get a higher degree paragon. So let's just go ahead and start the timer and let's get rolling. The good thing about this run is that we are going to have every single pop pretty much from the very get-go on our tower, but because I believe the pops that we get on this boat right here, which is going to be the one that we turn into the actual paragon, it's gonna stay once we turn it into a paragon, so that's pretty good, and we can go ahead and turn this back up. So obviously the boat paragon is gonna be pretty crazy for this challenge as well, because just like the BMA, it can also insta-kill everything smaller than a bad. Its passive hook-ins does have a cooldown, but everything that doesn't get killed by the automatic hook-ins will probably get killed by the paragon itself with its regular attacks, assuming we can get it to a high enough degree. And obviously the Navarch also has the actual ability that can insta-kill the bads as well, which is going to be crazy good. So as for the farming, we're just working on getting some starting cash right now, but then we're going to get working on some bottom path boats, because the cash that they make actually does count towards the pops for the paragon degree. Every dollar that they generate, I believe, counts as 4 pops each. Shit, I need to do something like this. Need to place down some more because I'm too slow at placing down those boats. Trying to place them down like with good placements. You should be able to fit one more boat here, but I seem to have failed that already. Let's actually get these up to favor trades, because I can't be sitting on this cash. It needs to be spent on something. Obviously, what you could do is get a paragon very early, but that would be a lower degree one, but I don't think that's worth it. And the reason it's not worth it to get a lower degree paragon is because, well, it's gonna miss so much damage later on, and it's just not gonna be worth it at all. And it also affects the cooldown of the ability that hooks in bads as well, so we're gonna be hooking in less bads, and I mean, bads are a lot of damage that we don't want to be missing out on. Okay, this is what is annoying about placing things in a panic. I am missing some space here. I could fit more of them, but I messed up the placement. And oh my god, I just realized I don't have the Trade Empire. Jesus Christ, I should have gotten that a lot earlier. Wow, I'm so stupid. Oh wait, I also realized now that I don't have space for the last tier 5. Jesus Christ. And once Geraldo reaches level 20, actually let's upgrade him right now. Let's not wait. Get him to 20 and start placing these paragon totems. Oh, and we might as well make sure to get all of the tiers. We need to make sure of that. Alright, so as soon as this round ends, I'm gonna try and see how far we've gotten now. Let's see, that's maximum 93, okay. Again, since we are getting the majority of the pops on this tower still, we're not losing much. So let's continue for a bit longer and see if we can get that up to degree 100. Hopefully it works now. Hopefully it does work that way. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Alright, now we can go ahead and clean up this map because this just looks horrible. Actually, we should probably get at least some sort of a farm going because we might need to help this guy out later at like 200 plus. Alright, how are we doing so far? 16 million. Man, it feels satisfying to have a degree 100 paragon. Oh wait, the submarine paragon now lowers cooldowns for other paragons if they are in range, so we should get a submarine paragon right here, right? I'll place 2 of the 3 submarines right there and be ready to get the 3rd one here a bit later on. Alright, so we've passed the 100 million mark, 900 to go, and I'd say we're looking pretty good. So I'm working on some backup defense here, and the bats are starting to make it like to this corner right here. And when they do make to this corner, there's just enough range so that this, this guy can attack because the hitbox is so big. So I'm starting to use the ability to hook them in earlier to make sure that happens to a very minimal degree. Alright, we're closing up on round 200 and we have 400 million pops now, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and create the submarine paragon. And this one, it doesn't matter what degree, so we're just gonna get a degree 1 and submerge it right away. Because, well, even if it's degree 1, it lowers the cooldown by the same amount. And also it will do less damage submerged, which is exactly what we want. Alright, so how much is 1 fortified here? About 2 million. Nice. Did we just get a bottom path alchemist? Oh, the irony. If we can get it in under 1 hour, that would be really cool. We're at 500 mil right now. Obviously, we're very close to 1 hour, but remember, it is very, very like exponential. We got 1 hour 15 minutes last time, so it shouldn't be that far off from 1 hour. Jesus Christ, we have just a little over 1 minute left and we're at 814. Man, I am... Oh no, we're gonna be like 1 minute or less behind, I think. And look at the timer, 5 more seconds, and no, we're 100 million off. Well, I thought it was gonna be a little bit closer than that. There it is, 1 billion pops in 233 rounds, and stop the timer, it was like 1 hour, 1 minute and 35 seconds. Alright, so we beat the BMA by quite a lot in terms of rounds, by like 13 minutes in time, so that's pretty good. Alright, let's move on. Hey, I heard you guys like edging. Look at this. That's pretty close to the edge, no? I'm doing this on logs instead of cubism for, well, no reason in particular other than that it looks good to have the VTSG right in the middle, right? I don't really care, like if I were playing on cubism I would be able to place down a carrier flagship to buff the VTSG on water, but I don't really care about that because it's gonna be strong enough anyway, and the carrier flagship steals pops with its anti-Moab missiles from the plane, so I would skip that anyway. And in terms of the Energizer, I don't think we'll need that either to lower the cooldown of the homeland, etc. I do think that it's going to be strong enough anyway, because we're going with Adora, so we can buff the VTSG with the blood sacrifice as well. So I think we will have more than enough buffs. Actually, let me do this right now. Let me go ahead and get the Super Monkey right away. Alright, so now we're getting some early pops on this guy, and soon I think I'm gonna sell all of these and sort of get a MIB here, so we can all get all the pops on this one instead. Not that these early pops matters a lot, but... I'm losing some time on these rounds though, like... when there's a BFB and I don't have anything in the beginning, I am kind of losing time. So, question is, maybe it would be more effective to just have a bunch of towers here, taking them down, you know, and not really care about getting pops on this guy, since the pops are so insignificant anyway. So that would probably be a much better idea. Yeah, let me just do like this or something. Let me just get a mad, take down any slow Moabs, and I'll just leave that there for a little while. We'll get rid of it soon. Alright, I'm working on giving this guy 10 stacks, and then we're gonna place some sacrifices all around for the temple. Anyway, let's just play some magic stuff, and wait, I don't want this one. I don't want military, I don't think. Oh wait, I do. I do want military, but I don't want support. That's right. Well, actually, wait. I do want support, because I'm gonna be placing my support temple over here, which won't be buffing all of the Minisan avatar. So for once, I'm actually not gonna have military in the first one. That's right. Get this. That's gonna be sacrificing a lot of farms, but whatever. There we go. Place the village back. There we go, and we have the tier 5s outside of the range, and that should be it. We should be ready to do this. Let's do that. Let's see. Just to make sure. I'm pausing just to make sure in case we fail it. Okay, we're good. Play. And now we're gonna get a support time. Actually, first of all, we're gonna get a permabrew, but I don't want to permabrew Adora actually. So let's place this one over here. And now just over here, just inside the range of this one, we're gonna be placing our support temple. So this one will have no sacrifices but the support one. Like so. And get one, let's see, we need 2 range upgrades. There we go. So now this one is buffed by that one. And now for later, we also want to do this. Place some debuffs up here. To make sure we kill them as fast as possible. And when it comes to Adora, this is something that I learned just now. Like, if you want to sacrifice something to buff a Sun Temple, Sun Avatar, True Sun God, they have to be within the range of Adora, right? But actually not. They can be, as long as they are just outside, so that they will be in the range after Adora also gets the range buff, that will work too. So basically Adora gets her range buff applied before the buff gets applied to other towers. So as you can see, this tower is outside, but if we go ahead and sacrifice this wizard here, as you can see, this guy got buffed because he is inside the new range. So that's pretty cool. And maybe I should turn down the accessibility just a bit, say 50%. So I guess what we can do now is we can go ahead and just place down a whole bunch of whatever towers and give them some upgrades so that we can use them later for sacrifices. Alright, and now I think we're fully set up. So I don't think there's much else to do but wait and hope that we get it in under an hour. There isn't too much point in applying the blood sacrifice buff. I mean, if you do, I guess you will save like, I don't know, 3 seconds per round or so at the end. So I guess I'll do it every now and then, but well, actually 3 seconds per round every now and then. For like 50 rounds. Yeah, actually that might be a good idea. I might need those seconds. How's the bitrate doing, guys? Are you okay? Oh my god, look at this. I mean, if we buff the speed enough, it's gonna be so fast that these are all gonna look like they are standing still, and then the bitrate should fix itself, so I'll just keep buffing. No, sadly we can't buff it that much, but if we could, it would work in theory, no? You know what, I can also, let's see, the range of these guys are pretty good, so I could also do this to try and block the spawns here to make sure that they will spawn more towards this side. And I'm gonna have to block this off too. Yeah, see, now all of them are spawning here. There's just a ton of them in this one spot right here. That's perfect. Round 210, 37 minutes in, and we're at 300 mil. Wait, what's going on here? We're at 500 mil. Wait, what happened last time? Wasn't it around 233? I need to check this. Yeah, wait, what is going on here? 500 million, and we're at the same round as the Navarch had 1 billion at this point. How is that a thing? We're still good in terms of time, but in terms of rounds, we're not. Wait, do the pops on the Sun Avatars not count towards the VTSG? Wait, we already went over this once in my Discord, and somebody told me that the mini Sun Avatars don't count, and I was like, yeah, they do, and then I told them that they did, and they checked, and they were like, oh yeah, it does, you're right. And this was a long time ago. But that was for the temple. I never tried for the True Sun God or VTSG. Can it really be different? I need to check this, because I can't think of any other explanation. That's so weird. We need to go into Sandbox and test this afterwards. There's no way that's just randomness in terms of what rounds we get, right? Because, I mean, each round, even though randomly generated, should be fairly similar in terms of RBE. So, I mean, this is way too big of a difference, no? Alright, here it comes. Even under 50 minutes, 1 billion pops on the VTSG. That's awesome. I forgot to pause the timer again, but I'll check the recordings and bring up all of the final results on the screen in a minute. I'm just gonna first check out why we were so late with the VTSG in terms of rounds. Oh, look at this, I am indeed a veteran now. Congratulations, you are the first person to ever reach veteran level. Almost. Alright, so let me show you how this works. I'll give this guy 50k magic so that he spawns these mini Sun Avatars, and then I will do this. I'll say around 100, and I'm going to put a camo village right here, and I'm gonna block some spawns in this general area. See, now this guy has camo, this guy does not, and now we'll send out something with camo. As you can see, pops on the mini Sun Avatar are also on the temple. So, you see? So why were we so short on pops? Doesn't make any sense. Just to like double check this to be very sure, I'm also gonna like do it to the VTSG because I really want to be 100% sure. Alright, so we're gonna do this. We have some camo villages set up around here, but as you can see, this one does not have camo, and we're gonna play around 263 that only has camo and see what happens. So this is getting pops, and this is getting pops. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe we got like some crazy RNG runs, like a really good one with the Navarch and a really bad one with the VTSG. Anyway, final results. In terms of rounds, the Navarch won, and the VTSG came in second place, and the BMA last. In terms of time, the VTSG came first, Navarch second, and BMA last. And we did manage to get 1 billion pops on the VTSG in under 1 hour with a big margin, and we could have done it with the Navarch too, but that one was a lot tighter. Anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe so you don't miss any future ones, and I'll see you in the next one.